Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news. Not much for hardware today, so let's get going for gaming news. There is going to be a PlayStation event, online event, and they released like 23 stuff or 23 games to be excited for 2023. Um, this is like their trailer for the announcement. Hmm. I don't see like a specific date. I'm sure there is somewhere around here, but when after they do it, I will cover. Um, this is most of them are PS5 exclusives, including Final Fantasy 16. Should be in PC like 1 year after it launches, same as Final Fantasy 15. Um, Wild Hearts is also mentioned here. Hogwarts Legacy, it's going to be everywhere, in every platform. Assassin's Creed Mirage also, but it's basically what they want to try to call people for their platform. There is like the full list here. Um, I see some things that interested me. Horizon, this one is like a VR game, so not for me. Spider-Man 2 should be this year. Resident Evil 4 remake, it's on all platforms. Mirage, I don't know what it is. This Star Wars Jedi Survivor, it's going to be in every platform also. Wild Hearts also. Destiny 2 Lightfall, the extra content for that game. Dead Space remake should be in the end of this month. Forspoken, I don't like what is coming from this game. Yeah, you have all of here, including Lords of the Fallen. Yeah, basically, this is what they are trying to put the attention on this event. Not much here to talk about. I've been covering a lot of these games that interested me more. But from this list, I have some other news here, especially for Forspoken. I don't like very much what is coming out from this game story-wise. Seems like the typical Mary Sue. Even though this team from Square Enix, it was the same, basically the same studio, not the same team with the same persons, but at least the same studio behind the Final Fantasy 15. I enjoyed the game, the Final Fantasy 15 at the time. It had brought new stuff, like the game mechanics, the combat, and everything. They launched like the PC requirements, and there are some interesting things here, mainly regarding the Ultra K 4K. That you see here, like what they are trying to achieve here. No mentioning of what are the quality settings here. But as you can see, these new games that are starting to come out this year, especially in more or new engines or updated engines, you start to see the demanding, especially on memory RAM. Mainly, I think it's because texture packages and everything. It needs always more RAM to be loaded in the memory, so that then the GPUs can process that info and display it on screen. And this is, it's not always, but it can be correlated basically with the size that you need on your hard drive. And now they always try to push people towards SSDs or even NVMe's SSDs because they are faster in passing through that information. But yeah, the minimum specs 720. I think they want to put most people trying to play this game with older hardware. I don't know. The i5 and the AMD Ryzen 5, the 1600. They are very old CPUs, so supposedly they can handle the GPUs here. They are very recent, comparable to what the processors are, which is the 1060, the 6 version, the 6 gigabyte version, and the RX 5500 XT. They are kind of comparable between each other in terms of performance, but you can see, even though with this 720 30 frames per second, you will basically need 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you are in the older machines, DDR4, you can upgrade it like relatively cheap for extra RAM. But of course, buy it in DDR and so that the memory can be good enough. If you buy separate sticks without the DDR function, basically, it's not going to work very well in terms of performance. For recommended, usually they do a big jump for 1440p 30 frames per second. I assume between the middle, as you can see, the jump from GPUs is very huge. The same thing for the CPUs and even for AMD. These ones are not very comparable here. This one performs way better, even though this game supposedly it's AMD optimized. I don't know if the fact that it's a 4070, I don't know regarding 8 gigabytes of real RAM should be enough in principle, but with 1440p, the textures and everything that has to and all the gaming assets, they should push a little bit more on the VRAM side. I don't know. I think a 3060 or even a Radeon 6500 should be enough for a 1080p 60 frames. I think the CPUs they are quite mainstream here. I don't know, but what it pushes a lot is the supposedly 4K 60 frames per second, 32 gigabytes, the 4080, which is from last year's launch, and the 6080 XT, which is not very well compared here. The 4080 usually is more in terms of performance much comparable to a 7900 XT, give or take. They compete with each other or trade blows. The CPUs are also relatively powerful because they have to handle a lot of info for 4K 60 frames per second. Usually when you start bumping up the frames, if you don't have a decent enough CPU to handle all the information that the GPU is passing through, it's going to be tricky and you get bottlenecked in the CPU. But yeah, as you can see, at least this kind of AAA games, they are starting to come out with high demanding hardware. Even though you can play it at 720p, which is, I don't know why they try to focus so much here. I think they should try to focus on 1080p, at least 30 frames per second. I think like a 1070 and 5700 XT should be enough for a 1080 30 frames per second or around about that. But yeah, HDD for having your gaming library is out of the question in this day and age. The SSDs, the 2.5-inch drives, are relatively cheap, like 1 terabyte, should be around, I don't know, $50, give or take. I think we need to start getting. You don't need like the top end, like the 40 series and everything. They're in the middle range where you can play games in 1080p, 30, 60 frames per second. It's like the minimum to a certain point to be comparable. I think we need to, if you need to start doing some upgrades, it's going to be a tough year starting from 2023. At least from all the games that I've been seeing, older hardware is not it's not good enough to keep up with these new games. But yeah, but the game itself, I don't like what's been coming out. Very empty world. The story-wise is like the Mary Sue stuff. I don't know. I hope it's a good game, but even the gameplay stuff, the gameplay loop doesn't seem very enticing. From what I've been seeing, all the videos and showcases that I've been doing. But yeah, this is the PC requirements. I hope with the updating the game, I don't know if it's going to require less high-end hardware to play this game. I don't know. If they want to reach the most people out there, I don't know. Let's see. another more bad news. It's been a current theme throughout this year. This game, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. There are some leaked images that shows like the menu of the thing, and it's basically you. I don't know. It's like battle pass stuff there, cosmetic stuff for you to spend more money in microtransactions. Supposedly, uh, they are going to try to make game as a service stuff all around this game, which is not good, because the for you to continue to enjoy the game basically, or to, I don't know, every so enjoyable, you have to spend more money from what you are already spending, because usually this type of games is like, you see this is like in Fortnite, in those free games. Then you, if you want more stuff, you buy those microtransactions. Here you pay the full game. Then if you want to enjoy with the new stuff, you have to continue to spend money, because as you can see here, the main thing that they are trying to go about promoting the game, it's like uh, a genre-defying action adventure first pursuit. They don't mention anything regarding like these microtransactions. And I suppose if you want to continue like new areas, you have to pay extra. I don't like what is coming out, even though this seems to be a decent game for all intents and purposes. We will see how it goes. This like leak image can be kind of fake. I don't know, but I'm not very excited for this game just because of this. But yeah, yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm not sure now. I've been covering a lot of Metal Gear Solid, like rumors and leaks and teases and whatever, for the Metal Gear Solid remake at least, and other games that might be going through a remake phase here. And the Raiden voice actor supposedly teases that something will come out in the dates that I talked about in that previous video, which is like maximum May we should have like an announcement, or until then we should have an announcement with some solid dates on when these supposedly remakes will come, or even like a sequel to Metal Gear Rising, which is like the Raiden focused game. So I think it's between Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 4, I think, in terms of the timeline. But yeah, I suppose that if they launch anything or announce, should be like PlayStation 5 exclusive. I don't know, because the only game that it launched for all platforms, at least PS platform and PC, was Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain. And I think still in PC it released like a few months after. I don't know if it has to do with the optimization stuff at the time. But yeah, we will see. Hopefully they will have like a decent remake, a proper remake, or a remaster, or whatever you want to call it. And it comes also to PC, which is my platform of choice. Here we have some Hogwarts Legacy, more leaks and things, like the early map and some art book stuff. Leaks here. The game itself, it looks beautiful. I just hope this scratches the itch that people have for like a proper sorcery game, with some good RPG mechanics there and a good story. And of course all the drama around this game because of the author of the books. But yeah, I don't care too much about it. I just want decent games and for PC, and basically that is it. I just hope this fulfills like that corner of sorcery games, high fantasy games that we don't have too much of. I don't think we didn't have like this specific third-person RPG kind of thing. And if it's, I saw the movies. It's my only lore exposure. I never read the books. I didn't grow up with a book, so it's something that passed by me. But I saw the movies. I enjoy the movies and the universe and characters. They are very likable, and the story-wise and the themes that they go through. They are very good. I enjoy it very much. But yeah, it will come out, this game. Oh my god, I always forget about the date. So many dates. Yeah, July 25th. No, July 25th for Switch. April 4th. No, February 10th. Yeah, a lot of dates. Sorry. For the main things, February 10th. For the older consoles, April 4th, and then for Switch, the July 25th. Switch, I don't know if it's going to be a good port there, but we hope so. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up here with my only gaming deal for today, which is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I don't I don't play too much this kind of games, which is like Metroidvania 2D platforming games, but this one always catch my eyes, mainly because of the art style. But I'm interested when I had the possibility to play a game like this, to try it out, and if it's good enough, I'll probably will do like a series or something like that after my PC is upgraded. But yeah, and it is, sorry, around $10, like 60%, 67% off, which is good. You can buy the collection bundle, so it's 62% off. I think it's the two games here, from what I can say. No, Definitive Edition and Will of the Wisps. Yeah, the two games, sorry. This is the second game. Yeah, this is the second game. Sorry, I thought this was the first game. Interesting, because I got this ignored. Oh, okay. I think I wish listed the non-definitive edition. I have to check that out. But yeah, this is it, guys, for today. I don't want to overextend too much already. Rant about a lot on Forspoken. The vibes coming out of that game I don't like too much, but I hope it's a good game. And I'm going to wrap up with my Go Get Funding campaign for me to upgrade my PC to deliver more and better content for my private clients. They are continuing to ask me to start doing some video stuff for them, and at the moment it's impossible for me to do so. And with this upgrade, I will be able to do that and improve my image editing and compositing stuff. And of course, with my free spare time, I will do the things that I've been doing, plus some more scripted content and tutorials, and resuming my gameplay series. And this is it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.